I feel set up now at this point. It's nobody there. When I turn around, he jumped out of my car with my phone in his hand. I'm gagging, baby. I put that car in reverse, baby. I am trying to run him over. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's Wterfiji of the Good, your favorite spiritual entity. And how are you doing today? Now, today we are back with a story time that was one of the most traumatic things for me in my younger years. And before we get into this story time, I just like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. Now, this story takes place in 2019. I had just turned 19, and me being, hot and young and sex. I mean, I still am all those things, but me being, hot, young, and sexy, fresh, fresh meat. I really was starting to explore, the scene, not the scene. Oh, darling. Scene, darling. I was exploring the scenery. That's what I say. I was exploring my horizons. And upon exploration of my horizons, I was met with a fine, beautiful caramel man. And my little hot and young, like a Little Caesar's pizza and ready ass baby. I was head over heels. I was not, let me not say head over heels, because then y'all gonna think I was in love. I was feeling my pussy. That's what I'm saying. I'm feeling my pussy. Because at this time, I definitely, and especially during these years, I was rotating niggas every 3 weeks, and just talking, dating. Okay, you're a cool person. Ooh, you're not that cool. You leave. Baby, I was leaving niggas for red flags before y'all even was able to see colors last year, boo, in 2022. So, baby, I'm ahead of my time. I've always. And so, me and him, we're gonna call him Jamal. Okay, sounds like your average, black male name. Ooh, stereotyping. It's okay. I'm black, so it don't matter. So Jamal. So me and Jamal, we meet, and we're talking, we're FaceTiming, we're FaceTiming. We've been doing this for about a good month now. And so after the first month of us, talking and FaceTiming and talking and texting, and it wasn't no sexing going on, but the normal stuff. He was all like, "Oh, I'm finna come see you." Who you finna come see? You. I'm finna come see you. Oh, I didn't know you made it to that point. Yeah, boo. I don't know if I want to see you right now. And so sign number one, learn from me. Like a narcissist. Sociopath. He was very irate when I told him that I wasn't ready to see him at the time, and he became a little bit aggressive, a little bit "Oh, you tripping?" I'm like, I'm standing still. Haven't fallen anywhere. I don't know how I'm tripping. I just expressed to you that I don't want to see you at this. I'm not ready to see you at this time, so I don't know why you're making such a big deal. That's definitely something that has to be earned, darling. See, being with me is a privilege, and even outside of being with me, if you got the chance to have a conversation with me, that's a privilege on yourself. Say thank you. But for real, that's how I am when it comes to niggas, no shade, and even most people, because your energy is it's a blessing. So I definitely, I've always stood on that. And so some people like people who have low self-esteem. So when this trade, who was also older than me, I had just turned 19, he was 24. Baby, when this trade saw a young, hot and sexy, hot and ready queen, darling, walking down, waving at her people, he thought that he was going to sneak into the kingdom, darling, just because the queen was single, darling, and that he was just going to be able to do what he wants. I haven't ever been one of those queens. I haven't ever been a ditzy hoe. Some of y'all can be a silly hoe, but don't be a ditzy hoe. It's two different things. And that's just something that I ain't never been. And so I stopped talking to him for a little minute. I stopped talking to him for about 2-3 weeks. And he just started to pop back up. And by this point, I have already talked to somebody else, untalked to somebody else. And I'm nobody else has my attention right now. So hell, you say you on your stuff or whatever. So let's see, wasn't nothing wrong with you. Just was, a little thrown off. He was a little thrown off, and that's okay. So I gave him, another chance to humble himself, be calm. And we continued talking another week or so. And after the week or so, whatever, he was I really want to see you. If you see me, what is that going to get you? Nothing. I just want to see you. I really like you. Just, girl, he buttered me up. And baby, you can call me toast. I can laugh on it now, but I wasn't laughing when the day happened. I can laugh on it now. Baby, you can call me toast. Darling, I found myself agreeing. I found myself agreeing to sing him. Now, he wasn't going to come to me. especially because like he lived an hour away from me. So yeah, you're not coming to me back. And for because I don't, it's something about somebody like knowing where you live. Even though yes, like I could have given him like the wrong address or something, but baby, people are crazy. And like, darling, you might come like stalk me or something. Like, I don't know. I've had some weird experiences with some men, previously. Not even like I didn't even do nothing to them. I just exist, and it's just like they fawn over me. They kiss the ground that I walk on, darling. These men are crazy out here. So I said, how about this? I can meet you, somewhere, darling. So he's like, okay, well, you can meet me here. So he gives me this address or whatever. And I'm like, what's this? And so he's like, this is like not that far from places where like we can go. Like it's like the middle of like essentially where everything is going to be at. So I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess public places I'm down for. So I'm driving, I'm thinking I'm driving. It feels good to get out the house a little bit, not, work, home, work from home, working at home, and I get to the close by. I don't see a plaza. I don't see a highway. I'm like, baby, this is like streets. Is this a neighborhood? I'm texting him like, hey, well, where you at? I'm confused. You gave me your address. Like, I thought we were supposed to be. He was like, oh yeah. Like we could have met at my place, and then I was gonna like drive you around, show you around. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, but it just something in my spirit just seemed off. Like I remember like driving. I remember the neighborhood. I remember how it looked. I remember like some of the houses that were like distinctive. Like something just seemed off, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, so where you at? And then he didn't text me back for like 15 minutes, and I was like, oh hell no, like baby, I'm finna go. So as soon as I like turned back on my car and I was about to go, he like knocks on my window, and I'm like, oh. So I'm like looking at him whenever. I'm like, you look a little different. But before I could process anything, I blink and he's in the car. So now I'm like, oh, I thought I'm confused. And he was like, no, he went right here to this store because there was a store that was right there. He was like, I went to the store. Well, I walked up there, but my car is right here in my driveway. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I guess, child. So, like which one? Because if you anything like me, I know you didn't give me a right address. Because baby, I don't even give niggas my address. I don't mind. I respect it. Respect your privacy, respect my privacy. And he was like, okay, but can we stop at my plug house? So I'm like, where he at? He was like, oh, my plug, he lived right here. And I'm like, there was slight deception. There was slight hesitation there. I'm like, I'm just noticing his signs and his cues. I'm like, okay, this is the one. Like, and I pointed out the wrong house on purpose. He was like, nah, this one right here. So I'm like, okay, so like I'm pulling up to it or whatever. And like my spirit just is like off. Just everything is off in my spirit. Just like so many alarms and alerts is going on. So I'm just like looking around or whatever, and like I'm checking back in with him. Now as I'm looking around, I'm checking back in with him, I'm kind of confirming with my spirit. So now I'm like, something don't seem right. So how am I going to get me out of my car? So I politely put my hand, I told y'all in the last video, darling, I always have a weapon with, baby, we're in my car, my personnel, darling. It's right here at my hip, baby. I put my hand on my butcher knife, on my chef's, and I'm just like, so where your plug at? And he like, oh, I don't know. I gotta call his phone. I'm like, okay, call his phone. And he like, my phone off. That's why it took so long for me to respond back to you, because I wasn't home. And I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense, child. And I'm like, but you gotta hurry up. And so I get to my phone or whatever, and I'm just like looking at him. And so like he's just kind of like, I can feel that he's like trying to look at me, like watch me from his peripherals, girl. And so I'm sitting here blinking or whatnot, and I literally like I gag because like I feel like my chest pounding. When I feel my chest pounding, I hear a knock at my window, the driver window. So baby, I'm like this, baby, I'm ready to pull up my knife because baby, I feel set up now at this point. So like I look, it's nobody there. When I turn around, he jumps out of my car with my phone in his hand. I'm gagging. Oh my god, mind you, I'm like an hour and some change away from home. I'm not even from Atlanta. I'm gagging. I said, oh bitch, baby. I put that car in reverse, baby. I am trying to run him over. As soon as I was about to clip his fucking ankles, he jumps the fence. And I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god. Wow. Really? You was that hurt? You could have just, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna pay it. What do I do now? I don't know nobody. I don't know this area. I'm lost. Oh my god. Don't freak out. This is all the things that's going on in my head. And then I just hear a voice say like, drive around. So I'm driving around. I catch him again. And he see me. He's walking on the street. I said, bitch, you. Baby, I am trying to kill him. I'm trying to get him. Bitch, you're done. I didn't get him. He is over there. Y'all remember that meme? That nigga was running. Run, nigga, run. They was running, baby. Every gun line was crossed. So now I'm just like, this, like, it's official. This his hood. This his block, baby. He know every back street, every exit. I don't know shit, but just how I got in this. But instead of like trying to down spiral and go back into this rabbit hole, of that same voice was just like, just drive around. So I'm like, I don't know where to go. And I heard just drive. So I'm driving. I see a woman. She's like driving past. I honk or whatever, and I'm honking. And so then she stopped, but she's stopping because I'm thinking she's stopping for me. She's stopping because she letting these kids out the car. And I'm like, oh my God, listen, I know you don't know me. I just got robbed. And I just start bawling, crying. And I'm like, yeah, this man just stole my phone. I'm not from here. I don't know anywhere where I'm at. And she's like, oh my God. She says, well, I'm dropping off my sister kids now. But she said, follow me. She's not supposed to be taking my kids, back home. And because we just left the park, and I can take you to wherever you need to go. I said, you take me to Verizon. I'm a Verizon person. I got insurance on my phone. She says, okay. So I'm following her, and I'm like, this bitch might know him because we're going the same way. I just seen him walk. So therefore, that thereof, this is that. And if high is 3.14, there's 3 bitches. I'm the one, which makes 4 bitches because she also got a baby daddy. So it's all these bitches up against me. It's all these bitches. I shouldn't trust her. So I'm literally hesitating. We're at this, like, it's like a T, and you could go left or go right. I'm like, whichever way she gonna go, I'm gonna go the opposite. And she went right. I was gonna go left, but I was like, you know what? It can't get any worse. God, it can't get any worse. I'm already out here stranded. Thank you. You want to waste my phone? I'm already stranded. I'm a trust her, so I'll go right with her. She dropped her kids off, whatever, and I follow her. She takes me to the closest Verizon. And so she takes me to Verizon, and I get there, whatever. I'm just like bawling, crying. She gets out the car, and she gives me a hug, and she's like, I'm so sorry. You need anything, just like let me know. Like, good, you need food, hungry, water. I'm like, baby, I just want to go home. That's all I kept saying. I just want to go home. And so I thanked her again, and then she went home. I walk in there, darling. They busy, but they not busy. So I'm just sitting here, whatever. I'm walking around looking at all the phones. And I'm like, you know what? I had just got paid too. I typically, whenever I get paid, I transfer like most of my money into my savings. Cause like at this time, baby, I had already had my stuff like stacked up, like not only like in my savings, but just like what I was going to eat, what I was going to do. Cause I was a vegan at the time. So I had already my meal prepped and everything. I didn't need to spend too much money. I didn't go nowhere. So baby, I only needed like like $100, $150, to get me from, 1 week, right? No shade. And so, I'm like, thankfully I forgot to do it. And I was going to do it actually like that day when I left him. And so I'm like, you know what? If I got to pay anything, just like, at least I'll have some extra money. Girl, them people was like, yeah, you got insurance on your phone. But, we can't give you the phone now because that's taken from our inventory. Like Assurian and this, baby. Well, no, because y'all ate that. They was like, Assurian, like, they got to send you the phone. You probably going to get it like tomorrow. Tomorrow? Where am I going to sleep? I'm so sorry, darling. I need to go home. Listen, when they told me that, baby, I broke. Are you okay? No, I just got robbed. Like, and so they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, do you want us to call the police? Where's baby? I don't care nothing about him. I'm alive. I'm able to tell the story. I'm able to walk into your store right now. Can I get a phone? I don't care. They're like, well, you can get this phone for free if you add a line, but the line gonna be $20. And I'm like, what am I adding another line to another phone for when I have insurance? I'm sorry, that's just what we gotta do. Okay, this is like what we're gonna do. I need a new phone, so I'm just gonna have to do it. It was already like $100 for like insurance, and then to get the line, it was like another $20, so it was gonna come to like 126 or something like that. And I'm just seeing him shaking my head or whatever. I'm about to start my card, and there's this guy. He's like, hold on. He says, how are you with direction? We'll try. We'll try. Like, what do you mean with directions? He's like, listen, like, I know you just went through an experience or whatever. You don't trust me about it right now, but like, if you come with me and, we'll put in your address, he said, I can walk you through how to get home. And that way you don't have to get the extra line just for you to cancel it. Like, you can just, I'm like, okay. So I paid for the people to come because we also had to do it within a certain timeline. So I could get my phone tomorrow, because if I didn't, I would have had to wait like 3 business days. And I wasn't trying to do that because I also had work and I didn't get my schedule yet. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's go. Pay my phone. This man literally sat down with me and he puts in my address from where we're at, and he literally writes down every corner, every turn, landmarks, like, okay. And then he literally zooms in on the Google Maps. He shows me like, okay, this is what's around here. This is how you get home. And the whole time I just cried. Like, the whole drive home, I just cried with my gospel music playing on like the gospel radio station. I just was singing and crying and singing. Oh my God, that was so traumatizing for me. And mind you, this actually happened. This happened, I want to say, like a month or two after like the whole essay situation that happened in 2019. 2018. And so it was just like, I should have just shut my fat ass up. I should have just sat my fat ass down somewhere. I should have just never gave men a try. That's what I need to do. I need to get rid of everybody. And that's exactly what happened. I got rid of everybody. And then that's how we met that lady Siren, like 2 months later. And yeah, that's the story, baby. I got robbed. I was left deserted and stranded, baby. Like Mary, and she was trying to conceive Jesus, going from pillow to post. Baby, can you help me deliver Jesus? One in the manger. Oh, bye. Amen. And you are all powerful, beautiful, and abundant. And I want you to know, trust your intuition, baby. Trust that gut. It ain't gonna never leave you stray. It ain't gonna leave you nor forsake you, baby. So let me tell you this. You trust your intuition and you won't be in no predicament. I love you. You are powerful, beautiful, and abundant people. And I say,
my head make me gag, ho. Take it.
On my head when I shake, shake.
Take it.
Ass fat, it ain't bacon.